Over the past 3 years of being a narrowboater, I've learnt a lot, not just about narrowboating, but about life in general, about myself. And I've noticed that I've adopted certain habits that I feel make me a better narrowboater. Hi and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all well. Bit of a frosty day today, and I thought I'd make this video whilst we move. I've just been to the water point and filled up, and we're on our way down the canal, about 1.5 miles, 2 miles to a new mooring spot. So, 6 habits of good narrowboating. The first one I've got on my list is about staying physically active and embracing a slower pace in life. Staying physically active on a narrowboat, if you're a continual cruiser, is something that comes quite naturally, because obviously you are moving around. You have to move the boat every 2 weeks. So getting on and off the boat, going into locks, opening and closing the locks, doing your shopping, carrying your shopping to the boat, taking your LSAN, your toilet cassettes to the LSAN point. So they're all things that keep you physically active. But also I find that it actually helps my mental state as well. It keeps me mentally active. So staying physically active is one of the habits that I've adopted more than when I actually lived in a house. If I find that what I'm doing is a bit too strenuous, and obviously as a senior you do find things are a little bit more strenuous than they would be when you were younger. So what I've adopted is I break those tasks down into smaller tasks. So if I'm doing a journey where there's 6 or 7 locks, then I'll take my time and I'll do 3 or 4 locks maybe in the morning, stop, have a lunch break, have a rest, and then I'll do the other locks in the afternoon. If I am getting tired and find it too physically strenuous, then I'll break those locks down. I won't just do them in 1 day, I'll do them in 2 days. So I've found that I tend to break tasks into smaller ones. I also adopt a policy of where I try and keep physically active as much as I can. I don't like sitting around doing nothing. So taking the dogs for a daily walk is part of my routine. And routine is one of the things I've actually got as number 2 on here. By having a daily routine, it helps keep me physically active, but it also keeps my mental state. So the routine I've adopted is that when I get up in the morning, I have my breakfast. I'll do a little bit of boat work or housework. I'll then take the dogs for a walk, and if I need to go shopping, I'll do that after taking the dogs for a walk, come back. So as you may have seen from the video that I put out a couple of weeks ago about a day in the life of me, by having a daily routine, it helps keep me active. Number 3 on my list is I've noticed that I have to plan more than I did before. Planning becomes part of the daily life of a narrowboater, and particularly when it comes to actually moving. Now, moving today, I had to plan where I was going to, plan how many locks there were going to be between where I was moored to where I'm going now. I need to plan about where I'm going to put the car, because I need to walk back and get the car after I've moored up on this one. Planning where I'm going to get my water from. Luckily where I was moored just now there was a water point, so I've just filled up with all my water. So I've got a full tank of water now. I need to do some shopping at some stage, getting a little bit low on provisions, so I need to plan where the next shops are. And I know that there's plenty of supermarkets up in Leighton Buzzard, which is nearer to where I'm going now. So you need to be good, not necessarily good at planning, but you need to be a planner. You need to plan things. So that's one of the habits that I've noticed that I've adopted more. As well as planning, you need to be organised. Living on a smaller narrowboat, a 36-foot narrowboat, obviously I'm restricted on space than if I lived on a 57-foot narrowboat. So I need to make sure that I'm well organised as well. Plan where I'm going to put things. If I'm doing some cooking, then afterwards tidy up, wash up, put things away. When I do my shopping, make sure I put it away straight away. Don't just leave things lying around. So just keeping organised, keeping things organised on the boat, keeping organised in general. One habit that I find is very important is actually safety, keeping safety in mind, staying patient, not losing my cool. There is no point in losing your cool, particularly when you're doing locking. If it doesn't go the way that you want it to, then just stop and think. Because one of the worst things is it living on your own, and it's been mentioned before by other people, how do I organise doctors or prescriptions, things like that, is, touch wood, in the last 3 years I've only ever had one minor accident where I slipped and grazed my leg. But when you're going through locks, as I've just done, is the last thing you need is to put yourself in danger. It's quite frosty this morning when I came down the lock, so there was a bit of frost actually on the locks themselves, so I had to be mindful of my safety and not rush things, keep calm and take things steady. I'll give you an example of people getting frustrated and stressed. When I was over on the Lee Navigation, which is basically a river over the other side of London that runs between London and Hertford. I was over there two and a half years ago, and there's a lock up near Stansted Abbots, which is quite a big lock, and it's notorious for the gates and the paddles are quite fast, and they do let water in quickly and they let water out quickly. I was on the water point nearby, and a narrowboat come down, I think it was about 57 foot, and it was towing a small dinghy behind. There was an older man on there, probably about age 50, 55, and a younger guy, probably in his mid-20s, 30s. I don't know what their relationship was, whether it was father and son, but they were going in the lock and going down. The young boy was doing the lock-in while the older man was doing the navigating. They went in the lock, closed the gate, started draining the water out. As the narrowboat started going down, the dinghy actually got drifted across and got wedged between the two walls of the lock. The narrowboat kept going down, but the dinghy started getting wedged. The younger lad started effing and jeffing and swearing, blaming the older guy, and he was getting really, really frustrated and angry. I was on the water point, like I say, so I went across and I just advised him the best thing they could do was to close the paddles to stop the water draining out, and open the paddles at the top to let some more water in, with the aim being that the narrowboat would come back up again and would hopefully unwedge the smaller dinghy. But like I say, him getting stressed and angry and effing and jeffing and swearing at the other guy didn't help the situation, and it could have been far worse if they'd have carried on going down. So stay calm, stay safe, no point in getting stressed. There are times when we do get stressed in our life. I try not to get stressed anymore. It doesn't do me any good, particularly as a senior. It can actually affect your mental health and can affect your physical health. So staying calm. I am a much calmer person now when I live on the canals than I ever did. Another thing I've got on my list is about keep learning. I think every day is a school day, and I learnt something yesterday, and I thank those guys that pointed out to me that when they wear headphones or they've got hearing aids, in that the sound on the videos only comes out in the left-hand ear. Now, I did say originally that I thought that it must be something to do with them using headphones, because when I play it on my laptop or my tablet, it seems to come out okay. But I had a look online, and apparently, even though it says on these microphones that we are recording in stereo, it is only actually putting the sound onto the left-hand side. So I do apologise to those that I said earlier that it wasn't anything to do with my recording. Apparently it is. I'd learnt yesterday that you can actually change that, and you can actually record, and when you upload the videos and get them ready for uploading onto YouTube, you can actually play with the audio and set it so it comes out on both sides, which I will do from now on. So just learning how to navigate, learning how to control your boat, learning about other boaters. Just keep learning. Keep in touch with the Canal and River Trust. One of the things I learned probably a month ago, a couple of weeks ago, was that the 2 locks down from where I'm going, the lock is actually closed. It's closed until the 19th of February because they're doing repairs on it. So if I hadn't have learnt that, then I could have tried to get down to Leighton Buzzard and wouldn't have achieved that. So keep learning. The last thing I've got on my list is respect. Now, one of the biggest things I learnt when I joined the army and the police force is that you have to earn respect. If you respect others, they respect you. So respect is a big thing on the canal, not only for other boaters, but also other users of the canal. People during the summertime use the canal for canoeing, rowers. People use the towpath for walking their dogs, walking in general, runners, cyclists, a myriad of people. So you have to learn to respect everybody on the waterways, not just yourself. If you show them respect, they'll show you respect. I gave an example before where somebody didn't show respect, particularly for the etiquette of narrowboating. If you go past other narrowboats at top knots at 4 miles an hour, I know they don't go fast, but when you do go at full revs at 4 miles an hour past other boats, particularly if they're moored, is you do create quite a wake on your boat, which causes the boats that are moored up to bang against the side, which not necessarily, but it can actually damage their boat. It knocks the paint off, particularly if they're on a hard standing like Armco or concrete. So the etiquette is, and there are signs on the canal asking you to slow down past moored boats. So show respect for other boaters if you are a boater. Show respect for other people if you use the towpath. You know, don't get in their way. If somebody's trying to cycle past you and you hear their bell ringing, just stand to the side and let them pass. Lots of times when I've been walking out with the dogs, you get people that just think they've got a right away, and they don't show respect to other people, and just step aside or whatever. So respect is a big thing. You have to earn respect, and if you show respect to other people, they will respect you. So that's 6 of the habits that I've adopted, and I'm sure that other boaters, you've got your other ideas, so feel free to put them in the comments below. As I've said, learning is a great way, and I do like learning off other boaters. Every day is a school day, like I say. So thank you to all those people that have commented in the past, and a big thank you to those that have actually taken out membership of my channel. I really do appreciate it, and for you guys to want to become members of my channel, it really is humbling, and I do thank you very much. Thank you to all those people that have entered the competition as well. It's going really well. So for those that aren't aware, I'm running a free competition where you can win a day out on a narrowboat with myself, Beryl and Bunty. Totally free to enter. Saturday the 19th of April, which is Easter Saturday. Spend a day with us. If you've never been in a narrowboat before, learn about the routine. Spend a day with me, running between Leighton Buzzard and Marsworth, and having a good day, technically. So as always, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. For those that have said that you find me boring and my videos aren't about narrowboating, then feel free to not watch and watch other videos from other vloggers. For those that do enjoy my videos, thank you very much for all the comments. I really do appreciate them. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Morning.